Do you ever struggle with trying to figure out how to follow up with your prospects? What do you say? When do you say it? How many times do you get back with them? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you the secrets of how I've been able to follow up with thousands of prospects and close them into my business. So stay tuned. Hello, my friend. My name is PEtrovick, and for the past 20 plus years, I've been teaching, coaching, and training people just like you how to generate more leads, how to make more sales, and recruit more reps. And none of that really happens unless you learn how to follow up with your prospects. Now, as I mentioned, for 20 plus years, I've been in this profession, absolutely love it. I've built massive organizations of 40,000 people all over the world, earned seven figures myself, and help some of my team members and students earn seven figures as well. So in this video, you're going to learn how I teach my team how to follow up. And make no mistake about it, these strategies are proven. So grab a pen and paper, okay? All right, let's go. Number one thing you need to do is you need to get your mindset on right. You know, if you don't have your head on right, absolutely nothing matters. So you have to know who you are, where you're going, and how you can help people. Being clear on your message and purpose is critically important. You have to have a very clear expectation on what your desired outcome is going to be for each and every conversation. The energy you bring makes all the difference in the world. Now, it's not only about talking at people, it's about listening to people, but not only listening to, but listening for. Listen to what they're saying and listen to what they're not saying. And I don't know if you've ever taken the time to do this, but what are the characteristics of your ideal prospect, your ideal business partner? You need to know those things before you go into that conversation. You know, so many people hype things up in this industry. That's the thing that's kind of annoying about it. There's so much hype. This is a real business. It takes work. So when you go into conversations with a prospect, don't give them a bunch of BS and fluff. Let them know it's going to take work. It's going to take discipline. And this business will absolutely change their life if they let it, if they are teachable and coachable. Your job is to get them to kind of connect the dots, see what you see, and see if it's a fit for them. And you have to know that it may not be a fit for them. And if it's not, don't sign them up just to get the commission, because it never lasts and it's not good for your brand and reputation. So know who you're looking for, know what is right for the prospect. Now, let's talk about what's going on in that crazy mind of your prospect. Well, prospect probably doesn't know you that well. And if they do know you, they probably don't know you from a business standpoint in terms of how you work with people. So from their standpoint, they have some fears going on. They're concerned about, you know, can they make this work, since they really don't know that much about your products or your business. And why would you even want to help them? They're concerned about, are they going to lose money? Kind of sounds too good to be true. You know, a lot of people are crushing this. I don't know if I can do it, they're thinking. So, you know, they don't know how to market, and they necessarily don't want to prospect strangers. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry about that. It's time for her to go out and for me to put the chickens away, because my alarm is about to go off. I love it. Anyways, your prospect probably does not know how to market online. Most people are online, but they don't know how to market online. So all this garbage is going through their mind. The limiting beliefs are going through their mind. They're afraid that they won't be successful if they get on Facebook and start, you know, talking about products. And there's a right way and wrong way to do that, creating curiosity. And I'm not going to go into all that right now. I've got other videos for that. So you can message me and I can get that information to you if you want. If you don't know them, they're really wondering why you want to help them become successful. And, you know, there's a lot of ego in this. So the other thing, and probably the most important thing, is that can they see themselves doing what you do? Is this something that they even want to be part of? So let's talk about the science of an effective interview. We're going to talk about, you know, how long should your first conversation last, you know, when you talk to them. And the same is true for online or offline. You know, every presentation, in my opinion, shouldn't be a presentation. It should be a conversation. You need to be you. You need to know your stuff. You need to be friendly. You need to have posture. But your goal when you first start that conversation is to find out about the prospect. What are they looking for? Can you help them? What are their needs, goals, desires? What's driving them? Great question I ask people is that what's most important to you right now? What's most important to you right now? And then listen, really be present. So if you're calling someone for the first time, maybe you message them back and forth on Facebook, or they're a lead, or you're just following up based on a face-to-face. I like opening and saying something like this, and let's just say Mary is the person we're talking. I would say, hey Mary, how you doing? I always assume it's Mary. Say, hey, is this Mary? Yeah, this is Mary. How's it going, Mary? Hey, do you have a minute, or have I caught you at a bad time? They'll say, I have time. Mary, you recently expressed an interest in generating some extra income from home. How can I help you out? They're like, I don't really know. Or they might know, and whatever they say, you want to control the conversation, and you want to say, hey, can I ask you a couple questions? They always say yes. What are you looking for in a business, Mary? And they're going to say whatever. What kind of work do you do today? Now, if you have the ability to write notes as you're asking these questions, have you owned your own business before? Can you tell me a little bit about that? What did you like about it? And when they start talking about, what they liked about it, make notes of that, because that's going to indicate what their interests are. And the next question is what did you not like about it? And that's hot buttons as well, but the other side of it. Then you say, what are you looking for now in a home-based business? They're looking for support, training, three-way calls. You don't know, so you got to ask. Don't assume things. Here's a great question. How much money are you wanting to generate in the next or your first 12 months in your business, knowing that you're going to start at ground zero and you build it up? And they're going to say whatever number, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. You're going to say, hey, that's great. How many hours a week can you devote to your business creating that kind of income? And they might say, 10 to 20 hours a week. If they say they want to make $10,000 a month and they have 2 hours a week, and say, if you ever figure that out, let me know. I'll do it with you. You're looking again for somebody who's got their head on right and is realistic. Then you can say something like, and this is a powerful question. You could be taking screenshots here or stopping the video if you want. Helping somebody become successful in a business takes a lot of time and commitment on my part. What would you bring to my team, Mary, and why should I invest my time in you? Pause. How they answer is going to speak volumes. If they say, oh, I'm super motivated, I've always been a top performer at work, that's awesome. If they go, well, nobody's ever asked me that question before. I don't know what I would bring to the team. You need to make a note of that, because probably that person's not going to be really serious about building their own business and having the discipline that they need to succeed. Okay, so listen to what they're saying, listen to what they're not saying. If they have a good answer, say, hey, great, let me ask you one more question before I tell you about our company and our products. If our company and products meet your expectations and the system for success that I have meets your needs, and you feel good about the training and support and income goals, and I can show you how to reach that, is $1,000 in your budget to go ahead and get started? Whatever your top pack is, that's the number I shoot for. And then you pause and you wait. Sometimes they can say, yeah, I can do it. Interestingly enough, most serious business builders that I brought into my business, they made the decision from the first hello to that question, yes, I'm ready to get started, in 7 days. They act quick. They don't take a long time. And if they have good answers and they want to move forward, then give them some more information, website, conference calls, whatever your business and your team does. Here's a couple of the key questions I really want you to get clear. What are you looking for in a business? How much money would you like to make your first year? How much time? So how much money, how much time? So now we have a good, clear idea on what they're looking for and what their commitment is. Make sense? What would you bring to my team, and why should I invest my time in you? This is a magic one right here. Magic one right here. Time to bring chickens in, but I'm going to wait. if I can show you how to meet your income goals, Mary, with a proven system that we have, let's just say for conversation's sake, our products and our company are in alignment with, what you want to do is $1,000 in your budget to go ahead and get started. And you pause when you ask these questions. Let them process, because, after you do this a bunch of times, it's just going to roll off your tongue. But the prospect is hearing it for the very first time, and you need to pause and let them process. That make sense? So when you're following up and reconnecting with people, here's a couple of tips. Be courteous and professional. Shouldn't really have to say that. Even though you are calling at an appointed time, you always want to ask if it's a good time to talk. Life happens. This is important to us. It's really not that important to them. So if you had an appointment at 7 o'clock, you call at 7 o'clock. You always say, hey, look, Mary, is it a good time? Hopefully it is, but her kid might be in the tub. It happens. Find a way to compliment the prospect, reconnect based on your previous conversations. And, this is a silly one, but it works like magic. Laugh. Find humor in your first conversation and in every conversation to let the prospect know that when they join your team, it's going to be fun. Okay. And you want to take them back to you solving their problem with this business, or really them solving the problem with this business. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about your company or products. They care about what's important for them. So we have to tell the story of our products and business in a way that solves a problem for them. See, we are problem solvers. We are coaches. We are servants. And we're looking for people who are looking for what we have. And it's really not about selling or convincing. It's really about, sorting and looking for the people who are looking for what we have. Watch your language. I'll say something like, hey, Tom, this is Terry. How's it going? Do you have a minute, or have I caught you at a bad time? Now, that's a key one right there. I've said that a gazillion times. Hey, Mary, this is Terry. How's it going? Do you have a moment, or have I caught you at a bad time? When I call people that I know on my team, I always ask that question. You always want to, be respectful and ask them if it's a good time. And then reconnect. Talk about, what they did the weekend. And then you can compliment them. I see you as the type of person who would be very, very successful in our type of business. And I'd love to be able to support you and help you. If you find that my business works for you, I believe you can reach your goals. Again, this part, just make it you. This is really not a key part. But you want to make sure that the prospect gets that you get them. Does that make sense? The other thing you can say is, before you know it, Tom, I really believe you'll be well on your way to accomplishing your goals. You want to, what's called future pace. Future pacing is putting the prospect into the future, already having achieved their goals. So how do you see if they're ready to join before you ask them if they're ready to join? And this is a very important part of your initial calls. And it's simply stated as this. Can you see yourself, Mary, sharing this type of product with people? Okay, because she's kind of thought about if she wants to join you or not. Can you see yourself sharing this type of product with people? Another great question to ask is, how many people do you know, Mary, who might be interested in the benefits of this amazing product and business opportunity that we have? Pause. Remember, pause. Power of the pause is huge. A couple of follow-up questions. Can you see what I was talking about this amazing product and presentation? This is after they've watched a webinar or got on a conference call. How'd you like to have a successful team of people helping you in your business, Mary? Do you think that would take you from where you are to where you want to go a little bit faster if we were to lock arms? Again, you want to ask questions where prospects are saying, yeah, that sounds awesome to me. I love saying to people, hey, if you take the best of what you have and I take the best of what I have, don't you think we can get you from point A to point B a whole lot faster? And they're always like, yeah, absolutely. Look for positive signals. And when you get positive feedback, ask the question right then and there. So are you ready to go ahead and get started? Or say something like, Mary, all we need to get you started is your Social Security number, credit card. We'll register with your company we'll register with the company and get you going right away. Or another question is, where would you like us to send the checks? Pause. And you know what? If it's not the right time for them, that's cool. You don't want to force people. You know, you could convince people to join, but tomorrow they're going to have buyer's remorse and they're going to say, "How do I get my money back?" And that's a pain in the butt. And forget about it. So, how often do you follow up? This is probably one of the biggest questions a lot of people have. In my opinion, is like baseball. So 3 strikes and you're out. In other words, I'll reach out to them 3 times, and if they don't respond, I let them go. I flush them. I'm done. I don't chase people. I don't hound people. I don't want to be that guy that has that reputation. So my voicemails go something like this. If we had an appointment, it's going to be, hey, this message is for Mary. Mary, this is Terry Petrovick calling from my home here in Creedmoor, North Carolina. You went to my website and you expressed an interest in earning some extra income from home. Mary, I have a very successful track record in helping people just like yourself. Give me a call as soon as you get this message. My phone number is 919-624-0544. That's 919-624-0544. And let's see what we can do about getting you on the fast track to success. Make it a better than terrific day. Now, a couple of things I did there is I repeated my phone number twice. And I always end with make it a better than terrific day. I got that from Ray Pelletier in a book called Permission to Win, which is amazing. Then I wait 48 hours before calling them again. Message 2. Hey, this message is for Mary. Mary, this is Terry Petrovick calling again from North Carolina. This is my second message I'm leaving for you. Mary, you recently expressed an interest, or we had an appointment, and I'm following up with you to see if you want to move forward. Mary, I've got a great track record of helping people like yourself. As soon as you get this message, give me a call. You can text me or call me. My cell phone is 919-624-0544. That's 919-624-0544. Let's see what we can do about getting you on the fast track to success. Make it a better than terrific day. Talk to you soon. Again, 48 hours. Baseball. 3 strikes, they're out. And I can't tell you how many people called me on that after the third message. It's, hey, this message is for Mary. Mary, this is Terry Petrovick calling from North Carolina. You expressed an interest in earning some extra income from home, or we had an appointment. Are you serious about doing that? If so, then please give me a call as soon as you can. My phone number is 919-624-0544. That's 919-624-0544. Mary, this is my third and final call to you. I don't know if you're just like super busy or something happened or you have zero interest. I look forward to hearing back from you. Make it a better than terrific day. Bye-bye for now. At this point, it's a chess game. You've made 3 moves and they haven't moved at all. I'm done with them. Sometimes I'll add, and I should have put this in the text, is that, hey, Mary, this is my third and final time. I'm going to go ahead and close your file. If something changes and you want to reach back to me, that's cool. Here's my number. Call me when you can. You see, when a prospect knows that you don't really care, you're not really attached, they're kind of attracted. And if they are interested, they're going to get back to you. So when you have that conversation, when you do follow up with them, ask them questions like, what impressed you most about what you reviewed? Or what did you like best? Can you see how lots of people would benefit from this product or business? Would you like to be able to help people with this? Are you in a plan? Are you ready to put a plan in place to make that extra whatever $3,000 to $5,000 a month that you want? And when we talk about the money, typically I like knowing what the money is going to be used for. So like sending your kid to a private college, or getting the kids out of daycare, or whatever it is. Look for that emotional reason, right? And you can always ask them a question like, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest you're ready to get going, 0 you have no interest at all, where do you see yourself? And then if they say 5 or 6 or 7, say, what's it going to take to get you to 8 or 9 or 10, Mary? Listen, find out what they need to know so that they can make a good decision for them. How do you see yourself marketing the products? This is a great one, because some people want to do it online. Some people would never want to do it online. Some people like doing it all face-to-face. Some people hate it. Some people love doing parties. Some hate it. No right or wrong answer. We can teach them any way they want to do it. You just have to figure out what are their interests, what are they looking for, and how you can help them get it. And then find out marketing or reach-out method that works best with them. Don't try to force it. So what are the best times to call people and follow up with people? Monday through Friday is 6:30 to 9 o'clock their time. That's like the sweet spot. Saturday mornings are okay. Saturday afternoons and evenings typically haven't been for me. Sunday evenings, after 5 to 9 is pretty good. If you have a prearranged time, it could be Sunday morning, it could be Christmas Eve, could be any time that the prospect is ready, and whatever fits your schedule. Don't overbook yourself. Surprisingly, as I had a lot of accountability and coaching calls with lots and lots of my team members and students, I actually have come to the conclusion that it's typically more the distributor that misses the appointment time than the prospect, because they're just not organized. They don't track it. So be sure you're organized and track things like that. So why do you want to emphasize the follow-up as you're building a team? Well, the fortune is in the follow-up. So if you fail to follow up, it's lose-lose. It's lose for the prospect, it's losing for you. A lot of times people don't follow up because they're afraid of the no. They don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to do it. Or no, I don't have any interest, or whatever. Sometimes, believe it or not, people are fearful that people will say yes. And then it's like, oh my God, I got one. What do I do? Work with your coach. They can help you with that. People are lazy. They're disorganized. If that's you, just stop it. Just don't do that. You're sabotaging yourself and your business and your quality of life. You're better than that. You deserve more than that. Why do I follow up like a maniac? Because I know it's a good use of my time. I know the value of a serious business partner. You don't need but like 4, 5, 6 business partners to make multiple 6 figures in this business. So it's sorting. It's just flipping cards. Sort. And just because somebody puts $1,000 or $2,000 get started in your business doesn't mean they're going to do anything. You're still sorting those distributors. So you're sorting prospects and suspects and distributors, and you're looking for the people who want what we have. That makes sense? Continue with the follow-up process until they tell you, no, I don't have any interest, or they sign up. I worked with one woman and followed up with her for 8 months. Sometimes I ask people after I followed up with them 2, 3 times, and they're just not getting it. I'll say, hey, Mary, you know what? Tell you what, I can close your file today, or I can follow up with you in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years. What do you want me to do? Pause. You see, I really don't care. I really don't care. And when they know that I don't care, but I care about them, I'm not making it about me. I'm making it about them. People say, call me in 3 months. And then you have to be organized enough to follow up in 3 months. Lead by example. Have a vision that is attractive, that people want to follow. And have the ability to create something and manifest something in your life that does not exist. And a lot of times that's just an affirmation. It's a vision for yourself that you are worthy enough and deserving enough to create a quality of life to be beyond what you ever dreamed. Know what you want financially, but more important than the money, what you do with the money and the quality of life. Be disciplined. Always set your appointments at a specific time. Always have notes. Always ask the prospect to repeat the time. Know that time is your biggest asset. Don't waste it. Make today count. Put that Post-it note on your computer, on your car, in your bathroom. Make today count, because it does. Once today goes by, it's gone. I read something on a little store. I live out in the country. A store is called Community Grocery, and they have these little signs, that are probably like 10 feet by 6 feet, and then they put things on there. It said the past is in your mind, but your future is in your hands. So make sure that you use your time wisely and that you're doing all the things that you need to do. So a couple of basic rules for following up. If you're new, do 3-way calls with your upline, your support team. They're great at asking questions. They probably have a script for you to use. What I typically tell people when I follow up, if they're brand new, is, hey, Mary, this is Terry, just following up with you on that information. Is now a good time to chat? And they say, yeah, it's a good time to chat. Hey, I knew you were going to have lots of questions, so I was talking to my buddy, just so happened he was available. He's massively successful, helped lots of folks. His name is John. John said hi to Mary, and then I'm going to fly on the wall, don't say anything. John then controls the conversation. So when you're following up with people, setting up, have that urgency, have strong posture, don't be needy. If somebody or you are having a pattern where people aren't showing up for your appointments, be preemptive. And what I mean by that is saying something like, "Hey, Mary, is there any reason why you can't make the appointment that we just agreed to? If there's something comes up, would you give me the professional courtesy of shooting me a text or give me a quick call letting me know you can't make it in advance?" And typically they always say yes. And that's not going to guarantee people show up, but it increases your percentages. Now you again have to be on time always, and remember, don't chase people. It's baseball. Make sense? All right. Some will, some won't. So what? Somebody's waiting. So it's SW, 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 SW. So for a long time it was some will, some won't. So what? When I heard someone is waiting, that clicked for me. It's like, there's still more people out there who are looking for what I have. Because there are people out there praying for answers, and you can be that person that solves that problem. Fill your pipeline. When you have 1 or 2 people in your pipeline that you have to follow up with, you're kind of really attached. But when you have 10, 20, 30, you don't really care. It's like crunching through the numbers. Your job is not to convince, sell, or hype anybody. You're looking for people who are looking for what we have. That makes sense? So I have a question for you. As this business gets tough and it's a roller coaster, it will be a roller coaster ride. Will you quit? First thing I tell you when people start prejudging you is what people think of you is none of your business. You have to believe in your heart of hearts that you're going to do this no matter what. I like using music. You can use music videos, Mariah Carey, When You Believe. One of my favorites is John Anderson. I'm just no chunk of coal, but I'm going to be a diamond someday. I'm going to learn how to walk. I'm going to learn how to talk. So it's about, knowing where you want to go and knowing that you're willing to work hard to get there. Talk to the people who are the successful people in your company. Find out what are they doing. Ask them how they do it. Ask them, if they can kind of give you a 15-minute coaching session, or just study them. Study successful people. And the same thing if it's online or offline. I hired a coach one time, and she said, "Terry, for things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better." So it's skill set development. You have to look at your thinking, your mindset. You got to accept things. You have to deal with the stuff you can deal with, accept the things that you can't change, and just be the very best person that you can when you're talking to people. Want the best for people is what I'll tell you. You got to believe that there's nothing better than what you have to offer to help them with their situation. And once you have that conviction, that's why going to a company events is really important. You'll be a lot more successful. Think of yourself as a business developer. Be part of people's lives for a long term. In fact, when I talk to people, I'm like, "Mary, hey, if you join my team, we're in this for the long haul. I'm not in about making a quick buck. It's about you and me being together and helping a whole bunch of people. Again, painting a vision for us working together in the future. This is not a sales job. It's a long-term business partnership. When you have fear and doubt, and you chase people are going to pick up on that vibe, and it's not going to be attractive, and you won't have the success that you want. So know who you are, know where you're going, have the confidence, work on your skills, your ability to ask questions, balance your time, work on yourself, at least an hour a week on skill set development. I try to work on myself an hour or 2 a day. I'm full-time, and I'm kind of a weirdo because I got to work on myself a lot harder than most people do. But it's okay. I know who I am. I know where I want to go. Just this morning, I actually had a conversation I took a Dale Carnegie class in 1984, 34 years ago. Talked to my instructor today about re-engaging in that. He said, "Why do you want to do that, Terry?" And I was like, "Well, I'm still working. I'm becoming a better version of myself. I want to equip people for success at a higher level." So embark on that journey is what I would invite you. Look for people who are looking for what you have. Don't try to sell them. Don't chase people. Don't hype people. Your mindset and your belief are probably the most important things that you can do to ensure your success. Be yourself. Be disciplined. Be organized. Have fun. Laugh. I can't tell you how many times people have commented to me after I do a conference call or a webinar, or even a video like this, and they hear me laughing. They're like, "Oh my God, Terry, I love just the way your energy is and your laugh, and you're so casual." I was like, it's not rocket science, guys. We're going to do the best that we can do. So you need to do the best that you do. When you're interviewing people or talking to people, you're in control. Don't ever let somebody try to strong arm you or bully you or push you around. You're the person who is interviewing them for your team. And sometimes you have to have strong posture. And you'll get that strong posture after you talk to lots of people, because they'll try to flip it, their business on you, or they'll try to challenge you in some way. Don't go there. You're responsible for really two things: extending an invitation to people, following up, and collecting a decision. And a decision could be they're not interested. A decision could be they're ready to get started. Make sense? Make it about them, the biggest thing. So I hope this has been of value to you. If it has, give me a thumbs up on this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And if you're not a subscriber, hopefully you will be after watching this video. I produce videos every single day. I love this profession. It gave me my life back. If you want to connect with me, my personal Facebook page is facebook.com/Terry Petrovick. If you have any questions you want to email to me, and you want to keep it a little bit more private, my email is terry@terrypetrovick.com. I appreciate you so much for spending time with me today. If you got value, again, please give me that thumbs up. Share it with anybody on your team that you might think could benefit from this message, or a Facebook group, or a Google Plus group, whatever. Know that this profession will change your life if you let it. We've got a lot of free resources at terrypetrovick.com. If you want to learn how to market and generate your own leads online, I'll leave a link below. You can go to terrypetrovick.com/lead gen, and you can learn about how you can generate leads every single day. And then you can get into presentations and, of course, following up and closing. Make it a better than terrific day and a prosperous one, my friend, because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye for now.